guys, welcome to Soul's No Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This is going to be your daily timeless divination for whenever it is that you are tuning in. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Your support means the world, guys. Right, so we're still using the Oracle of the Earth Magic. This is the last reading, I do believe, from this deck. So we will see what comes up for today. Card for the collective, please. Whoa. Wow, okay, we have childhood. Oh my god. And an avalanche. 1 minute. Right, okay. And I'm tempted to take this one as well. I'll see how I feel. I will see how I feel. But we have childhood and innocence here. Right, okay. And we have mountain with strength. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that. Right, okay, so off the bat we could be dealing with, or this is going to be a message related to either your childhood or let's say an aspect of children. It could be your own children. I'm not really sure how it's going to play out, but seeing as the card that I felt tempted to turn over as well is mountain and strength, this may be about aspects of your childhood that you have overcome, like healing your inner child. And like I say, if you're not in this process or have done this process, this may be a nod towards encouragement, support, saying this is the direction that you need to move in. I keep saying it and it rings true for every reading and every reader. You know, the messages, you can be at any point along that timeline. This could be in your past, you've been through this energy, you could be currently in it, or this could be like not a prediction but an energy that you can access in your future. But with the strength here in the mountain, I always see this as obstacles and you having the strength to overcome. Now, I can't remember which reading it was out of this deck, but I'm sure I alluded to the goat, the mountain goat that came out in the charms, being able to sort of climb mountains. So that to me speaks about you having the strength, the perseverance, the fortitude, the resilience to overcome any issues, like I said, related to your childhood that you have been through. Now, our childhoods kind of create the foundation for which we live out our adult lives. And even if you haven't had, let's say, the worst childhood or a really traumatic experience in your childhood, there are issues that we need to heal from, regardless of, I don't know what the word is, the severity, let's just say, of your childhood experiences. Now, as it says there, the word that represents childhood is innocence. So you may have had a tumultuous or obstacle-filled childhood. And like I said, you've either had the strength, you have the strength, or you can access the strength to overcome whatever has kind of tarnished your innocence here, in whatever way, shape or form that takes. So let's get some charms, see what we've got going on. Right, we have the champagne glass, we have a paw print, we have that stubborn Taurus bull, we have a fairy, and we have two charms. It says, your wings were ready but my heart was not. And then we have, what does this say? Wishes do come true, and two fairies. Right, I'm going to just go in and dip in and get another few. Just a couple. We have the stork, which is always my pregnancy child, or, you know, that kind of energy, so that's funny. Then we have the moon and a cat. Yeah. Okay, this is making sense to me now. Right, as I was saying before, I want to start with this Tinkerbell fairy and this coin that says wishes do come true. Like I said, there's maybe an aspect of your childhood that you have either healed from, you are healing from, or you're being encouraged to heal from, so that you can almost bring in a new energy here. It says wishes do come true, and it's directly underneath the little Tinkerbell fairy. So that to me is saying that there's something that you want, there's something that you desire, there's something that you're wanting to manifest, and that can be very, very individual to you. I'm not going to state what that may be. But if you're unable to, or this is something that you've wanted for a long time, you've not been able to bring it into your physical experience, there may be blockages related to your childhood, or like I say, obstacles that need to be overcome that stemmed from your childhood that are sort of standing in your way. Now, I want to go to the stork and the moon, the last two charms that came out. Like I said, that stork to me represents babies. It can represent pregnancy. I get Empress energy from this charm. And the Empress in the traditional tarot is like the archetype of the mother, whether your own mother or you as a mother. And if you are male or masculine watching this, then again, it could be your relationship with your mother, relationship with your wife, the mother of your children, that type of energy. Now, the moon to me always speaks about insecurities. It can speak about fear. Again, the moon is our feminine energy, whereas the sun represents masculine energy. The moon represents feminine energy. So there could be something here with the relationship with the maternal energy in your life that stems back to childhood. Now we have this, I don't know if it's a cat, it's like a silhouette. I think it's a cat that sat on this moon. And cats to me are always an energy of independence. So it may be that you have, I don't know, let's say a distant connection with a maternal energy that may have stemmed back to childhood. Or this is about you taking your independence, moving in a new direction away from your fears. It almost feels like, because this cat is sat, I'm sorry, this is going all over the place. Because this cat is sat on the moon, it may be that you are being encouraged, like I say, to face your fears, to face these insecurities, to dig below the surface, look at where this anxiety or this belief system or these irrational fears have come from. Because like I say, if we don't deal with them, all that happens is that they add to our insecurities and in our adult world. So sometimes we have to take a step back before we can take a step forward, especially if it's towards manifesting something that your heart truly desires. You have to heal aspects of your heart or aspects of your, parental relationships to move in that direction and not repeat the same cycles. The moon speaks about cycles as well. So, your wings were ready, but my heart was not. So I'm seeing this in two ways. That statement, if you can read it there, can actually relate to, let's say, the maternal energy that we were talking about, or this can relate to a relationship situation that you have been in, want to be in. I don't really know. But your wings were ready, but my heart was not. It feels as though the reference to wings, like I say, is about flying. It's about being limitless. It's about your ascension, your growth, you being able to achieve what it is that you want to achieve or move in a specific direction. It feels as though that aspect of self was unable to be nurtured in the environment or situation that you were in. Whether that was in a relationship with, an intimate partner in your more recent past or currently, or if this is stemming back to childhood, it feels as though what it is that you wanted to do or what you were capable of may not have been nurtured in a certain aspect, and that may have brought about a certain stubbornness from you. We've got this Taurus bull down here, so you could have Taurus in your chart somewhere. The person that we're talking about may have Taurus in their chart. But either way, that Taurus energy to me, it's ruled by, oh my gosh, Venus. Yes, Taurus is ruled by Venus. It's co-ruled because Venus also rules Libra, which is the scales of justice. And as I mentioned, Venus, we've got this motherly energy, maternal, feminine energy of the moon, and this reference to the stork here as well. So in the case of Taurus, though, Venus is the goddess of love. She rules money, love, values, safety, security. And Taurus is also the representation of the bull. And like I said, I get a really grounded energy from that. So it may have been that there was an aspect of your security, your safety that was compromised. It may have been that, like I say, I don't know how to really say this, your artistic and your creative or your artistic abilities weren't recognised or weren't nurtured. And if that's the case, it's time for you to, like I say, overcome that obstacle and for you to not allow that to limit your, you know, your potential or your future in some way. But Taurus, this bull, is very stubborn, and because it can remove these obstacles that are on your path towards healing this aspect of the feminine, whether within you or within a relationship or a significant relationship. You know, somebody that played the role of a mother, if this isn't directly a mother, so it could be a sister, an aunt, a grandparent, or even, you know, a foster parent or an adoptive parent, whoever took up that role of care for you. It's you looking back at that energy now and seeing how it's created blockages or obstacles and what needs to be overcome from it. Because we have this champagne flute, and it has stars all over it, and stars to me speak about healing. They speak about your ability to have hope and faith again, be open to new opportunities, to draw on the inner strength that it takes, and we've got strength down here, to overcome any obstacles that are in your path, because that is what's going to lead to your ability to celebrate or have something to celebrate. Then we've got this paw print. And I always see dogs as being an energy of loyalty, where we've placed our loyalty, you know, where we're going to place our loyalty in future. It all depends on which timeline you're on. But it feels as though the more that you heal this aspect of the feminine, however that shows up in your life, it's like you give yourself your wings back. Because it feels as though this person wasn't capable, and this is no disrespect to them, they weren't capable of loving you in the way that you felt as though you needed to be loved at that point in time. And that may have had like a knock-on effect in terms of how you love, you know, in your adulthood. And it's really funny because we've got so much feminine energy here and references to our heart, even though there isn't a heart in the charms. We cannot manifest, you know, what we truly, truly want. And that's not just financial, that's everything. If we have a blocked heart, so it's really important for us to go back and revisit the things that have caused us to harden our heart or blocked our heart in some way, or that we've closed down from, or that we're resistant to. Right, let's grab some letters. Oh my goodness, I can see some strange ones. Right, we've got E, G, X, B, M, N, A, O, P, wow, we've got them all today, U, an E, and a T. Okay. I can see the word team in here. I can see the word teen, as in teenager, and I'm sure that word came out in a reading earlier on in the week. I can't remember now. They all kind of blend into one. But like I say, this may be an aspect of your teenage years. I don't know, related to childhood or innocence or something like that. Or like I said, there's teamwork here. Well, team. So that would indicate to me an aspect of teamwork. And this can be teamwork with you and your inner child. You two sort of, that you now as the adult that you are, giving your inner child the love, the nurture that is required, you know, confirming that you do have the strength to overcome whatever these mountains represent to you. So it's you nurturing yourself, it's you being that feminine energy that you may have felt as though you didn't have in the way that you needed, but for yourself now. It's no longer discarding the child version of you, or, you know, punishing it, or I've said discarding it, but no longer either resisting it, ignoring it, discarding it, or punishing it. It's about uniting, coming together, coming into union with it. Actually, I'm seeing BMX, that's reference to bikes, so it gives me that youthful energy again. And I'm seeing gone, G-O-N-E. So yeah, an aspect of this has gone, the experience has been lived. So it's now time for you to step into, like I say, whether it's a new perspective, a new way of seeing it, a new aspect of healing, to bring back into union you and your inner child. Right, I'm going to read that from the book, because, yeah, wow, I've just looked down, I'm like, no, this is so long. Right, okay, let's read this out of the book. And excuse me if I sound all nasally, I've had a cold. Safi caught it at nursery. You know, these kids are full of the lurgy. So she kind of has passed it on to me. She's fully better now, but it's really lingering with me. Innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess when you first come into this existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout life that have further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or loss when you turn sour or cynical, and no doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear blocked the flow of your vitality and life force. Yet in spite of all this, there is a core of innocence that you can reawaken by releasing any shame that has covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go, so you can revisit that state of purity. Doing so helps you see every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhibit your light and love from coming forth. You truly are a child of God, so allow yourself to be that. Yeah, like I said, this is healing childhood issues, being the mother to yourself that you wish that you'd had. And like I said, regardless of the parents that we get, to me, and the way that I understand it, that is one of the most vital lessons of being human, is to learn how to reparent ourselves. Right, okay. Mountain strength. It makes no sense to deny the strength you have at the cost of allowing yourself to be reactive and subject to external influences far beyond what is healthy for you. Imagine yourself as a mountain of strength, solidly grounded in the earth, your head held high as if you were touching the sky. Do so without straining, just as the mountain itself does not strain. The current situation calls for you to be vigilant. Oh my goodness. The current situation calls for you to be vigilant, but not to the point of fear or paranoia. Be that rock of strength that you are capable of becoming. The solidness of your resolve will be clearly communicated when you model yourself after the towering immensity of a mountain, impenetrable and inscrutable. I don't even know how to say that. Inscrutable. Standing steady like a rock is what is called for at this time. Yeah, like I said, it's about you overcoming these obstacles, but also being grounded. We have that Taurus energy, like I mentioned, and that is a land-dwelling animal. So it's about you being firm. It's about you being resilient, solid, sturdy as you delve into the healing process of this and no longer allow it to impact your life in the way that it has. Whew, right then, guys, this is a long one today. Thank you so much for tuning in. This reading is not going to resonate with everybody. Please only take what does and leave the rest. Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.